Do you have a push-pull relationship with money? Do you, on the one hand, know that I need money to survive, and yet at the same time, I don't want to be too materialistic? Maybe you're an excellent manifester and you manifest all sorts of things in your life, but you can't quite seem to manifest the money you need. Then this is for you. It is critically important for you to heal your relationship with money, not just so that you can survive, but so that you can thrive. The tide rises all boats, and that means as you elevate in your life, as you reach levels of happiness and freedom and joy that you never thought possible, you are also elevating those around you. And we need good, kind-hearted people to steward the world's resources. Your thriving and your abundance are necessary so that we can create heaven on earth. So I have 7 tips for you to help you heal your relationship with money and remove your money blocks. And of course, I saved the best for last, so make sure you stick around to the end. So first, let's look at your thoughts about money. How does money make you feel? If an unexpected bill shows up, how does your body respond? If you have to go check into your bank account, do you have a tension that happens in your body? Is there an emotional charge? How do your most significant money memories feel? How does it feel in your body when you remember a time when you almost ran out, or maybe you received a large chunk? If you have uncomfortable emotions or sensations in your body, that tells you that you have a difficult or challenged relationship with money. Take the time to sit with that sensation. Talk to it as if it was your best friend. Let it explain to you what it is you're afraid of, and that will help you understand the root cause of your challenges. The next step is understanding attachment styles. Who would have thought that having an anxious, avoidant, or disorganized attachment style in relationships will also affect your relationship with everything else in your life? If there's anything that you feel that you have to have, or you need, or you find yourself clinging to as if you're clinging to the steering wheel of life, you should know that money will respond to you the same way a girlfriend or boyfriend will respond to you if you are needy and anxious. It will run away quickly. So the key is to let it go and let it flow. If you have an avoidant attachment to money, you will not want to look at it. You'll let the stacks of bills pile up, or you will hesitate to log into your bank account or completely ignore it. And in this case, you will want to move towards it, move in towards your relationship with money. Think about, how would your boyfriend or girlfriend feel if you never talk to them, if you ignore them, if you try to run away from them all the time? They would want to leave. Step 3, what do you say to yourself when you're talking to yourself about money? Find your keywords. Just like Google will respond to you in response to the keywords that you feed in, so too does money, relationships, love, health, and every other aspect of your life. So what are the keywords? What are the common phrases or things you think every time the topic of money comes up? If you go to the grocery store and you are noticing 20% inflation on food, you have to stick your card in. What are the thoughts that run through your head? Do you have concerns that it will run out? Do you ask, what if there's not enough? If you have to pay a bill, do you say, I hate paying this bill. Those creditors, they're robbing me blind. When you pay taxes, are you angry at the government and how dare they and all the corruption? Whether or not those things are true is a topic for another day. The point is, these are the keywords that you are feeding into your algorithm of life and will determine what is brought back to you. If you have the thought of, what if it runs out? There's never enough. Guess what you're gonna get? Never enough. The next step is looking at, what does it mean when money does come to you? Are you scared of money? Are you afraid of what having money means? Do you believe that it's selfish or shallow or materialistic to want money? Is it scary? Does it represent a threat? Do you have a negative view of people who have money? Are you afraid that being powerful will corrupt you? Really look at, what does it mean to receive money? If you have any of those negative beliefs, we need to dance around that mind map of perception and look for a shift in perspective that moves us towards love. Find a more positive, resourceful perspective. Money is just an energy. money will amplify who you already are. So if you're concerned about being a corrupt, powerful person, but you're already a good, kind-hearted person, then that is a false belief that is limiting you and keeping you from receiving the abundance birthright that is your gift as a child of the creator of the universe. And again, I must remind you, we need you to be abundant. We need good, kind-hearted people to steward the world's resources and do the proper thing with it. By you choosing not to be abundant, we are all suffering. That is not helpful. That is not helping the collective whole. You keeping yourself low, you keeping yourself small, you hiding your light and refusing to receive your abundance birthright does no one any good. And that leads us to the next step. What do you believe about money? Do you believe that money is corrupt? Do you believe that money has to be worked hard for? Do you believe that money is hard to come by? I love the phrase, money doesn't grow on trees, which is absolutely ridiculous because in the days of paper dollars, it actually does grow on trees. You don't have to work hard for it. You don't have to earn it. And I know this is completely mind-boggling. There is a gorgeous little tiny book called The Abundance Book that's only $7 on Amazon. You have got to check it out. But it is opening your eyes to the awareness that money is an energy and a frequency, just like every other thing on planet Earth. Just as much as this mouse or the wall behind me, they all have an energy and a frequency and a vibration. And that means that we can attune to it, that I can move my being and my consciousness and my experience into the experience of abundance, if I so choose to, by getting to know it and understanding how it flows. That does not require hard work and effort. Now, if God gave you the birthright of abundance and wants you to experience the riches according to his glory, then he would not also tell you to be still and know that I am God. And that leads us to the next step. Money, love, and God are all one, just the same as God is in us and in the rocks and in the trees. God is also intimately connected with money and love. And when we can connect money to love and God, we can start to experience the overflow of abundance that we were meant to. God is love, and the abundance that we were promised as our birthright is an expression of that love. Now, God being the energy that animates our entire existence, also animates our autonomic nervous system. Our breath, our heartbeat, our digestion are all animated by the love of our Creator. And that is the evidence that we are loved. We are still here and experiencing this existence because we are so deeply loved. We were also promised that the birds would not search for food, the trees would not search for water, and the lilies of the field don't have to worry about what they will wear, and yet they are beautifully clothed. And we were also promised that we were more important than these things, which means we will be provided for. Provision, sustenance, our daily bread comes from our Father, the creator of the universe. So really look at your relationship with your source of abundance and with your source of love. How is your relationship with God? Do you trust God to show up for you? Do you trust that God loves you? Do you trust that if you remain in faith, if you ask, you will receive, if you knock, the door will be open, if you seek, you will find? Look at your level of ability to believe that and get behind it and know that that belief, the embodiment of that belief is what projects out of your heart and creates your existence. Look at your experiences with love. Do you have a belief that love hurts? Look at your relationship with God. Look at your relationship with the masculine or the provider in your life. Has the provider or the masculine in your life hurt you or disappointed you or failed you or was unreliable? Recognize and separate that from your Creator. That was a man or a woman or a person who was supposed to show up for you and didn't. And that does not mean that God will fail you. Now, many people struggle with this belief that God doesn't love me. God has not showed up for me. God has abandoned me. And the truth is, we were trying to drive a stick shift car like a manual. Nobody gave us the instructions on how to operate this mechanism. God gave us the creative capacity and ability to create. We are creators made in the likeness of our Creator. We have a responsibility responsibility to learn how to utilize the creative capacity that we've been given. And this includes abundance. We just have to learn how to do it. The instructions were hidden from us for a long time, but no more. If you're here, now you know better, now you can do better. And the final step kind of ties into those keywords. Really look at the things you say to yourself when you're talking about money or just going throughout your day. Now, I have to credit Katie Childs for the awareness of connecting God to love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Katie. You are a beautiful gift in my life. And she is also responsible for this phrase: God loves me, money loves me. I allow myself to receive God's love when I receive money. And from now on, as we move throughout our day, we want to say things like, there's more than enough. There's more where that came from. I have the best sugar daddy in the entire universe. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I receive. I am an unlimited being receiving from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. My needs are met beyond my wildest dreams. There's always more where that came from. There's more than enough. There will always be more than enough. Money cannot run out. Money is my friend, and together we create heaven on earth. Money simply amplifies the good person that I already am. Money allows me to give to others. Money allows me to create schools and orphanages and healing centers. Money creates love and connection. I love the expansion that money creates in my life. I love the opportunities that money offers. I love the freedom of experience in every possible way made possible by money. And healing my relationship with money is the most spiritual thing I can do. There are no more blocks. There are no limits. There are no problems. I can expand beyond my wildest dreams. Infinite potential is available to me. Now, if you struggle to believe any of these tips or these affirmations, you may want to look into complex trauma and understanding the nervous system. Our nervous system is what creates our vibration and our frequency, and therefore our attraction point. Many times we can hold on to difficult limiting beliefs and not realize that they are so deeply ingrained and held onto by our subconscious and our nervous system because of our unhealed trauma. And trauma is not something the brain wants to look at. So oftentimes, again, it hides in the subconscious, below our conscious awareness and behind our rearview mirrors. If you struggle to think the beliefs that you know are going to create the life of your dreams, the life that you know you came here to experience, then you need to check out somatic healing therapies like trauma spotting. I do offer free 30-minute sessions. Otherwise, you can check out this video to see if you have 21 signs of complex trauma. I love you, my friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.